if I asked you or any random person on the street if they've heard of the microbiome, chances are most people would say yes. You can buy soap now that's healthy for your microbiome and foods that feed your microbiome. But 10 years ago, that wasn't so much the case. I study the early origins of chronic diseases, and so what happens in early life and how that can really shape your long-term future in terms of health and disease. And lately, my lab is focusing on maternal and infant nutrition, especially breastfeeding and the components of breast milk and how those influence the microbiome or the different bacteria that live in and on us, including in babies. I was really interested in understanding why is it that breastfeeding has such a big influence on the infant gut microbiome, and then what importance that might have for the health of the baby as it grows up. The types of policy changes that I hope to see would be around what we feed babies, what we teach parents about feeding babies, so that they're well informed when they make decisions about that, and the way we support parents and families in terms of breastfeeding support. So I like to not focus on the individual moms because that can be a lot of pressure and responsibility, but really focus on society. So things like maternity leave policies, policies around having spaces to breastfeed or pump breast milk at work. These are the types of policy changes that could emerge from our work. Any of the achievements, including the Top 100 award, but also all of the other research outputs from my team are really the result of a big team effort. So I'm really fortunate to work with many excellent mentors and colleagues and trainees. And these types of awards, although they're given to an individual, I think really reflect a team of support and a team science approach that we really live up to in my lab. Some common themes when I think about leading, especially trainees, but even other members of the team, is instilling confidence. I see that often young trainees, and especially women, lack the confidence in themselves. And so I try to instill that whenever I can, like, you guys are experts, more so than me on your own project. And so to have the confidence in that, speak up in meetings. And so we have a safe space in our own lab meetings where people can practice that. Also modeling work-life balance. This is, I think, an issue for everyone, but more so for women than men often. Practicing and building your confidence in networking, not only with, big important people, although that can be important when you're at a conference, like having the confidence to go up and speak to a big name scientist, but also your own peers, because as you go through your career stages together, they'll become your network. Learning how to write and present well, so communication. We're scientists, but so much of our job is about communication. So being able to write a good story, I think maybe some of the junior trainees are surprised when I say that I have imposter syndrome. But you have to kind of hold each other up and just act the way you want to be perceived. And I think that little by little, then you grow into that confidence.